Nigga, I didn't have a lead.
Hey.
Yes. Yeah.
That nigga 5 touchdown passes.
Yeah, bro. That nigga Aaron Rodgers couldn't be stopped either. So, man, ain't nothing on you, Hawk. I couldn't stop Aaron Rodgers. You couldn't stop Andrew Luck. I mean, that's how it goes.
Hell no.
I couldn't, bro. Literally, every time they did something, I could not stop it. I could stop a run. Eddie Lacy didn't run for nothing. But when it came to the pass, I couldn't stop it.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL.
Damn, I ain't do
that
log. Oh, shit.
Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Carolina Panthers. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
There's a snake in my boot.
Jamal Charles gonna end up retiring, bro.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground.
Bro, if one more person tagged in that damn picture, everybody been tagged in that picture. That's why I ain't even say nothing when you posted.
And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense.
Nigga, I watched the video. I'm like, oh, this nigga Cam's gonna put his foot in somebody's neck.
Eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top.
Bro, what the leprechaun hat?
Left side by Funchess. 23 yards on the
What you call it, nigga?
We often with Cam Newton talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Oh, look at the Jew.
Oh!
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Mike Tolbert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I'll be right back.
Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Put my game at night.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
What?
Now Jones.
Holy shit.
And incomplete to open things up. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. On the run, it's Oliver. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles. who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught,
into a double team, it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. 4 yards remaining now on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage.
Why not? Take the bitches.
17 yards at time as that'll move the chains. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
You have to be careful about how much time you're giving. It's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle, it doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Oh shit! I'm
trying to buy.
Buy one, get one on breaks.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go up top for the... And he's
they try to get rid of.
And the Panthers hang on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
I caused them to get it.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ow, sorry.
Yeah, here come the Bills. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Nah, we don't play each other.
They come up in an offset eye. They run it here with Oliver.
Oh no, give me a check.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
I know I played B last week.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Speaking, I gotta take people on my starting line. Yeah, I play UP.
They go again with Oliver. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks.
Marker Mariota or got down deep.
To get him into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimum.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Oh, fuck, New England got a bye week too?
There to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down.
Wow,
it'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Newton now to throw.
What you gonna do, you?
Over the middle here to Brown. 23 yards on the play.
Yeah.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
I think he can do it for me.
Quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Yeah,
so incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Yeah, man, that's that crap.
Stewart is the lone setback.
Hey, sweet.
Throwing is Newton.
You ain't helping me out, but you helping me out.
And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line, right around the 2. But we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get,
or the tight end from Dallas.
Kevin Gates, that nigga got a leg on him.
Jonathan Stewart, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game.
I don't see them really throwing him the ball.
According to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as, that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Panthers defense, they make their way back out there now. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Throwing Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for
Pete, I'm going to go to this week. What kind of 4 wins and 5 losses. What's up?
That's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Yeah, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
That's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends to eat them.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the 1st. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that. Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter.
I was trying to switch to a different player. He gave me one damn linebacker.
They haven't scored any points, but if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. These short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. Offense.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Watkins alone on the left side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. Give him 9 on the play.
Hey, who livened it up?
Carpenter now for the Bills field goal.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
What'd you say, Jay?
Oh, wow. I'm watching Piggee09's.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, there's 2 sides here. I guess you can pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. And the defense, though, they
figure out why he lost.
Preparation's the key to everything. And when you're on
I
the
don't know what the hell happened in my last game, Jay.
Nah, I ain't doing all that. I'm just watching it right now. I know why I lost that.
He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. 2nd down following the run.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. But it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it.
God damn.
He's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Oh. On the left side by Benjamin. And he's brought down after a good game. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers break away from the defensive back.
Yeah.
And that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
How the fuck you get that, Hawk?
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not
shit.
there.
Look at you, the red skin and shit.
Down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the red zone now, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain.
I was already in there.
Half the yards back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Oh, shit. Down he goes.
Now Newton. His throw caught.
I was already in the air.
Panthers touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them play running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Bro, Kelvin gonna be the leading receiver this year, bro.
Oh, fuck no. Hell no.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes the play a little bit quicker than he normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
I think I had it to where I could have probably blocked it, but I was scared that I was going to get a rough kicker pass.
Big gain there for the Bills. 31 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
Let me try to go to this Cleveland game and this Miami game.
Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills cut into that lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident to do it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Now Stewart on first down. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And quickly, they get to the line.
Damn.
On second down, here's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Bills. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
And he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Stewart is the lone setback. Newton on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it out near the
This drive seems long as hell.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Fuck no.
To throw on second down is Newton. Surveying the field.
Damn.
Blocked one deep outside here. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different between driving on those paved roads, those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bounce.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they get jarred loose. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And
damn.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after
my nigga neck is almost gone.
That is probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Throwing Jones. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
It's so tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
It's TD. It's TD.
Here's a carry for Oliver. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
While there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. They really don't care about body type. They care about those guys who can make people miss, run 2 tackles, and gain all that additional and run out the catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Shit.
Going deep here for Watkins.
My first X didn't register.
On to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen,
what the hell?
Let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead.
This nigga went through your legs.
Any points, turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
That's a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense, because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
Oh.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
I have no clue right now.
Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators.
Well, last game, their run was kind of killing me.
You liked when you heard those words.
Dislocated shoulder.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Maybe you didn't like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Now we'll see if they can do that again.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way. Well, not long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game, but one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
I just think the damn coach inherited some of the Jaguars' traits.
The offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Because that game was hard as hell.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a pickup of 19, and it'll be a Carolina first.
There's a good pitch to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands,
speed, the make it flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll roll him out right. And some room to run now. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Bro, I was waiting for the ball to get picked up.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Remember how much we enjoyed watching him last week?
It's the same thing. Look at those numbers.
I'd hate to be a defender right now because no matter what they're throwing at him in terms of coverages, he's finding ways to defeat it. And even when he's covered, he's not covered. Hey, what is he doing? What's that term they use? He's uncovered.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the
I
ball.
was not expecting that block to get picked up like that.
Much run after the catch.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Three yards left to grab here on third down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll come out in the pistol.
I don't know what's supposed to do that.
They run. It's Oliver. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on third. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls...
And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Jones.
Man, I can't play any closer than that. That big 3 minutes.
They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
What's good, niggas?
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away
that
from
shit
the
was
face.
fucking amazing.
15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away
Bruh,
from
that
the
shit
face
was so
mask.
good down there, bruh. Oh my god.
He'll drop to throw.
I damn near want to move down there just for the seafood, bruh. I don't even need know what to stay, nigga. I just need to eat every motherfucking day.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Bills a first down.
So many times you hear today's
That shit was so good, bruh. You had some motherfucking blue crab before, bruh.
That's right.
Sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
It ain't really rare because it turned red when you boil it, bruh. And that shit all around, like over there in Pensacola, bruh. That shit's so fucking good, bruh. The best crab I had in my life.
All afternoon didn't get a whole lot better there. It's a 5
What quarterback is
receiver
that?
set,
Wait.
3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
Hey, Ant, you go on vacation soon, don't you?
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a paper sack. Able to drop it for a loss of 12.
How long you gonna be gone?
Fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on
Damn.
fourth down.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. If this vacation go right, bro, I'm not coming back to this country, bro.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Going for it all. That is incomplete. Rex Ryan's decision does not pay off. And the Panthers will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
That he's brought down.
Play ball.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
I grabbed him off the
Charles, I know it's
free
hard
agency
when live
list
bullets
for
are
the
flying, but
season.
you cannot keep
You
your
ain't fucking
hand
with
up around
Battlefield
the
no
face
more?
mask area.
It is
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
inexcusable nowadays. We
We
talk
gotta
about
get the,
target areas all
that
the
out the way.
time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Oh, cool. I jumped in right in time, man.
And caught left side, Olsen. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last
Oh,
week
yeah.
a scintillating
I'm trying to get
performance.
everybody
We're seeing
together,
it again.
bro.
I think he
Because I ain't celebrating my birthday with none of my friends and family and shit. But I'm trying to get everybody together either sometime this week or next week. We're supposed to go bowling or something. Right.
The best ones, they listen to their guy and say, okay, what do you like this week? You like this play? You don't like that play? And that helps you formulate what
I
you're
might
going
try to do it this week, and you don't leave it Saturday, bro. So I might try to do it sometime this week, bro. I just got to see when Kayla and see what everybody else.
leader of their team is there? There's no
Yeah,
doubt
you can leave your money, bro. We'll put your name on there and everything, bro. Somebody will just bowl for you. Record it and send it to you. Let you know how good you did.
because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall in.
I should have never gave you
Not too
niggas
many
my
things
money.
get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the
I think you're
pressure,
ready.
threw it incomplete. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too
funny, it
much. So
happened
if you're
in the
range,
Cardinals game.
grab the 3 whenever you can.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. We get a look at the Panthers defense now. And last time they got the fourth down stop. Looked like they might surrender points. Ball got on their side of the field. But then they snatched that momentum. What's that like for that defense?
Oh, it's phenomenal because some doubts start to creep in as you're giving up yardage, trying to figure out a way to slow them down. But with some suddenness to turn things around, to flip the script, as the guys like to say, that's a big-time play.
That was a big-time play. Now we'll see if they can do it again.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting
Give
the ball
us
on the move
free.
and able to catch it and try and get
Let me
upfield
get that
and
false
gain
start,
additional
Playboy. Let me
yardage.
get that false start.
False start. Offense.
Throwing Jones. He's got Fuller. And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a slanted view,
This is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
How you talking about?
I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's
Bro, if these niggas didn't try to kill him,
in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not
if you
pick
swipe
him
the
up?
touchpad a certain way, there's a challenge to play.
Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
And
I'm sitting here eating sunflower seeds.
As it sails out of bounds.
If you
The
accidentally hit
Panthers and
R2
Cam
before
Newton
the
getting
game,
set to go again here
I've
on
done that.
offense. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
You have to like what they did in the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there.
No, I only get a few out the bag.
First half, he was locked in,
Yeah,
right?
between the plays.
Rocking and
That's
rolling.
my,
They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble. Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Newton, buying time to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and now it's fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it, passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you don't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Quite the uptick here from last week as the numbers show. I guess if you're a coordinator, with how much you base your offense around a guy like this, do you say this week, we're going to get him involved early, we have to?
No doubt about it. You know, a lot of guys script their plays to start out. I think in their script, the first
Just
5 plays,
on there.
4 of them were right to him. Get him the football, get him involved early. That'll help the overall offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Oliver that time. And it's 4th and 3. Now Dan Carpenter. His career long is 60 yards, so he's got a big leg. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the games, and they trend.
That's the damn running back I'm used to seeing.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and it'll bring up third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Smiles, everyone, smiles, because when Cam Newton and Greg Olsen hook up like they've been doing throughout this game, that's one big reason why they're winning.
What makes Greg Olsen so tough to cover?
I think he really is a wide receiver in a tight end's body. He runs his routes with such great precision and some physical toughness, and he really fights and competes.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And a big turnover there as his
They wanted me to go for two.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
Analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play.
Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And, Charles, something you have to be aware of as a QB. Once you get back to that back line of the end zone, you sort of have to go into survival mode.
Yeah, but he's still between the tackles, so if he tried to throw it away, it still would have been 2 points.
This is taken around the 12.
Oh.
Your line's been holding up pretty well.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
All right, bro.
Hey, what do you do? Hit knees first? It looked like it was damn down. Oh shit.
Oh Lord! Oh Lordy!
2 new.
Hawk, you my nigga, man.
Nigga, you what?
I taught you well.
Nigga, what?
I taught you well.
You wasn't in the lab with this nigga Hawk Bravo. I tried to tell niggas.
See what happened? They trade on you.
Yep, Trey Boy out for 8. TD out for 7.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
This nigga Hawk paid me back.
Damn. My quarterback, man. Oh shit.
We about to make some shit happen, bro.
Oh, come on. Come on, get out. Nope.
Oh shit. Hang on. Go through. Switch out. Hell no.
How peacefully PE. trade me somebody, that
What's
person
that?
playing. I said, as soon as you trade me somebody, that person playing now.
What the hell? We're gonna drop it. This nigga.
Hey, who else scored for you, Jay?
Damn. I don't even know. You motherfucker. Oh my god.
I think that nigga take after David Johnson. Oh shit.
I'm trying to think who scored. I don't even remember.
Trey Mason play for the Bears now.
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh. God damn, man. These goddamn Chiefs, boy. God damn.
Yeah, bro. Kelvin taking that receiver title this year, bro.
Please, you know, shut that shit up.
E.
Damn.
Fuck you.
Who is that you got right there, Clay?
Oh my, hey, what the fuck, man? Oh my god. Come on, man. Oh my